Right, here we go. Big deep breath in. Let's roll those shoulders, make big movements through our arms. Step out a little so you can give a little side to side movement. And then step out and then use those bent knees to roll into a cat, like you, and into a cow. Rolling and extending, closing and opening. 2 more like that. Last one, hold it up, squeeze those elbows, pull the ribs down, but give me a squeeze back, squeeze back, squeeze back. 4, 3, 2, 1, hands on your thighs, bend those knees, tuck the hips and stick them out. Hips moving through that cat-cow motion, and then bring it up into your mid-back and eventually up into your upper back. And then we're going to take that down the other way, mid-back and lower back, mid-back and lower back, and then just your hips, tuck and tip, big deep breath in, here we go. In a moment, we'll take 2 steps to the right, 4, 3, 2, here you go. One more time, each way. Leave it here, step touch only. Big biceps, little swing. Good, hands on your hips. We're going to take those toes in front instead. Hands up, squeeze, really open that chest, feel those shoulder blades, get that movement, and then angle it up and pull down. Add a knee lift. We're going to just angle it a little bit. Across the body you go with your knee, elbow the other way. In a moment, we'll stay on the right in double time. 4, 3, 2, here you go. Four more. 2, 1, step touch. In a moment, we'll go 2 to the left and 4, 3, 2, here you go. Last one each way. Step touch only, big arms. Hands on your hips, toes in front. Squeeze back, shoulder work. And then pull those knees up and angle those arms. And now we're going to double time on that left side in 4, 3, 2, across the body. Sorry, we're not double timing. I messed up. All right, in a moment, we'll double time on that left. 4, 3, 2, here you go. Four more. Last 2. Last 1 step touch. And leave it wide. Little tuck down and up. Roll that other shoulder. 4, 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hands on your thighs. Now drop that shoulder in, right shoulder. Look over your left. Press that right leg open. Get a nice rotation through your spine. Back through center, other way. First side. And second side. Back through center, round and extend. Round and extend, abs in, big deep breath in. And bring it down. Bring your chair, right there, we're gonna do some chair Pilates push-ups. So tricep push-ups, hands are facing each other. Walk out, find your high plank position, abs in, tailbone tucked under, shoulders right over your wrists, bend those elbows backwards, try and keep your body moving as a unit. Two more. Woo, bend those knees. Send that tailbone back behind you. Let that right arm stay in the chair, left arm swings, and then lift it up. Bend that leg, straighten the other one. Bring that down and around, other way. Swing, lift. And back up through center. We're going to start with that ball between our thighs for now. We're going to come up on our tippy toes and just go up and down. So just a little calf raise to start with. Abs in, grow tall through your spine. You might not need the chair at this point. If you do, just maybe a gentle touch with your fingers. Ribs down. Come up. See if you could step your feet into that duck foot posture. So toes are out, heels are in. And do that same lift and lower. All through that spine. Good. This time, go ahead and turn your toes in, so you're pigeon-toed, abs in, and up and down we go. Almost there. All right, come down. We're gonna do more calf work, but we're gonna take a quick stretch for those. Step back with your left foot, lunge forward, bend into your right knee, press through your left heel and your head, and then bend that left knee to deepen the stretch. And then we'll switch it, right leg goes through, toes pointed straight ahead, lunge, press that heel down, bend that knee, and roll it up. All right. And we go back with that ball right between our thighs again. And we're back to our tippy toes. Make sure your feet are right underneath you. They're not out to the side. Knees are going to bend forward. This is not super great. Well, this is an okay position, but I need you to squeeze that ball to protect even better and come up. Bend the knees, let them travel forward, squeeze in the ball. You could even walk your feet even closer together. You could consider getting the heels even closer than the toes. As you rise up and sit down, knees driving forward, back sliding down an imaginary wall. You're only going to bend to your comfort. And again, you really want to keep that squeeze on the ball, so we're protecting those knees. Couple more here. Good, last one. We're going to stay in that bent position, abs in, tailbone long. Squeeze the ball tighter, tighter, little pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze it. Woo, bring that up. Hopefully those quads got a little bit of work. That was a warm up for them because we have 3 more things to do for the quads. Maybe only 2 more. All right, step with that ball in front of your right leg and behind the left one. Bend the right knee, reach forward with the left toes, and again, you don't want to have much weight on them. Slide back, reach out and slide back. You're welcome to do some arm movement if you want, or hold here. Two more. Awesome. Now that leg comes to the side, we still bend into that right knee. This time, lift the left leg and see if you can bring it all the way in and squeeze that ball for abduction. Reach and squeeze, reach and squeeze. Stretch it out and squeeze it in. Reach. Good. Last time, reach, squeeze it in, hold, give me a little squeeze. And then we're going to rotate that ball so it's behind the right leg and in front of the left. We're going to bend forward, reach out. Sorry, not bend forward. You're not dropping down, but you're stretching that back leg back, and your chest is staying high. And again, you can add arm movement. If you lift your arm up, it'll intensify. You do either arm, or for most intensity, both arms go up. That feels like too much, you could do cactus arms. Just two more of these. Last one, reach it back. Let's try and get those arms up, lift the toes off the ground, and stand up like that. Youch! All right, keep the ball where it is. In that left knee, step out with the right toes and back. Reach and back. Arm movement if you want. Beautiful. Now that ball comes right to the side, stretch it out, lift the foot, squeeze it in. Reach and squeeze. Reach and squeeze. No weight goes on that right leg. We keep the weight on the left. Last one, squeeze it in. And then rotate the ball so it's in front of the right leg, behind the left one. Step back as far as you can without much weight on that. And again, option for either arm, right? Or both arms, sorry. No wonder it was so easy. Or whatever works for you. And last one, reach it back, lift those arms, and come up. All right, shake that out for a moment. We have more quads to do, but we're going to move to our hamstrings for now. So let's put that ball behind the right leg for me. Bend your left knee. Make sure you're not doing something weird with your hips. Keep that all in line. Stand very tall and just give me a hamstring curl. Squeeze, squeeze. Good. And now you're going to lift that leg to the side and down. When you lift, try not to let your hips go over to the side. So keep an eye, well, that's hard to do. Keep an eye, maybe feeling to make sure that hip isn't going in and out. It stays right underneath you. Good. Now we're going to bring that leg down. We're going to squeeze the ball and lift up. Come down, squeeze, lift. Come down, squeeze, lift. Down, squeeze, lift. This is the fun one. Just two more like this. And then the last thing, we're going to bring the knees together. Absolutely zip up those thighs. Give me a pulse of that hamstring. So now we're working those little skinny hamstrings, some membranosus and tendinosus. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, baby. Quick stretch for that right leg. So step out. Bend that knee, hinge back. Pull those toes up and back down, come up. We're going to do the other side for now. Move your chair if you feel like you need it for balance. Ball goes behind that left leg. Bend the right knee, abs in, grow tall. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. And now we lift to the side and down. Lift it up and down. As you're doing that, you're trying not to have that knee in front like that. You want it a little bit behind you. Good. And now we squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift. Good. Bring those knees together, keep them glued together, squeeze, squeeze, pulsing. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Left hamstring love. So we'll step out, bend that right knee. Long flat back. Roll those toes up and roll them down, bend the knee and come up. Okay, back to that first leg. So ball is going to go, actually, you know what? Yeah, we get to do a set of quads first. So we're going to start with that ball between our knees. Sitting up nice and tall, extend that left leg, squeeze in, come down, extend and squeeze. So you go down and in, down, extend and in. So you should see a little movement with that foot coming more midline, but try not to let the right leg move out of the way. So squeeze them both at the top. We're just going to do 2 more because we're going to hold it up here and press and press and press. Sit tall. And relax. We'll stretch that in a minute. Let's just do the other leg. Sit tall. Other leg here, squeeze it in. Straighten it and squeeze. Straighten it and squeeze in. Again, keep an eye on that left leg. Make sure it's not flaring open when you squeeze in. Good. Couple more here. All right, this time we extend and we squeeze, squeeze, sitting tall, squeeze, 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 in, not up, in, ow. All right, put that ball behind you if that's okay. And scoot over so your left hip can drop off, knee goes down. Woo, beautiful stretch in that hip flexor and quad. Arm can go up, maybe angle a little bit over and behind you. And then we come back to center. We're going to go the other way. Right hip drops off. And then that arm can come up and over if you like. All right, we're going to put that ball between our ankles for a moment. Again, some inner thigh awareness. We put our hands on each side of that chair. We're going to do a quick set of tricep dips. So you want to be toward the front of your chair so that you can just press up and down. Last 2. Last one, I told you quick set. Oh, why? Because now I get to put that ball underneath your left foot. And you're going to have to scoot towards the front of your chair. If we did the other one first so that if this doesn't work for you, you have that option. You're going to come off. You're going to come down. All you're doing right now is foot on the ball. See how that works for you. 2 more. Good. Sit it up. Now try the ball under your right foot. These are all progressions. If it makes you fall off the chair, don't do it. Here we go again. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Okay, shake all that out. Maybe give your triceps a quick little stretch. You might figure out what's coming. A couple of different options. We're going to start and go back to one of the original ones if you prefer. All right, this time if you want, ball is back underneath that left foot, but you want to roll it a little bit ahead of you, right? Tricep dip, roll out, roll in, come up, down, out, in, down, out, in. Now, just because my foot is going out doesn't mean my hip goes out. Last 2. And last one. Your triceps are not even going to notice what they're doing. Okay. Other side, ball underneath your right leg. Go back to the first one or any of the previous ones if you want. Make sure it's out a little ahead of you, and then out you go and drag it in. Out and in, out and in, too hard, out and in, out and in. Woo! One arm down, give it some love. Okay. You have all those options. Final option. It might be a little scary, so you decide only if it's gonna work for you. Fall underneath both feet, so this is a lot, right? Depends on your arm strength, whether this is gonna work for you or not, right? Please don't let me see anyone fall. And you can just test it by lifting up. Does that feel stable? Can you come forward? Oh, sorry, you need to start with the ball a little bit ahead of you, sorry for that. All right, and then down and up. If that feels okay, you go down and up, down, out, in, up, down, out, in, up, down, out, in, up. Wait. Triceps are worn out. Too bad. We'll shorten that next time. All right, again, some tricep love. Shake it out, and then here we go. Now, we did a little bit of hamstring work on that. We'll get a little more now. So, we're gonna bring that ball behind your left leg. And then this time, we're gonna angle forward. You wanna find a nice bend in that right knee. You're gonna make sure you're not rounded, so extend that spine, but pull the abs in, press the heel to the sky. Some booty work to start with. Good. This time, bring the leg up and squeeze with the hamstring. Squeeze with the hamstring. Squeeze, squeeze. And now we put those together. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. And relax. Let's just switch legs. We'll stretch those out in just a second. Ball behind the right leg. Long flat back. Press the heel to the sky. Now ball goes up, heel goes up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then we put those two things together, squeeze and lift. And relax. Ooh, let's give stretches to the legs in a couple different ways. Let's cross that left ankle over the right thigh. Press those hips back. Send that tailbone up and round it under. Send it up, round it under one more time. Send it out, lift it up. Left over right ankle, arms up and over to the right. Hips to the left. Come on back through center. Right ankle over left. Press those hips back. Round it. And extend it. Round again. And extend. Cross the right ankle over the left. Up and over you go. Hips go right. Arms go left. And then back we go. We're going to stretch those calves now. So right leg forward, left leg back, but turned out. So toes are out, heel is in. Square the hips like you have headlights on them. Lunge forward, bend that right knee. Notice if you put your weight into your big toe, put some weight on the outside edge of your foot too. Roll up, turn your toes in, and press back. That one feels really good to me. And then bend that back knee for a deeper stretch. And keep pressing the heel down and bring it up. Left leg forward, right leg back, turned out, but square your hips. Keep pressing that heel down, keep pressing the outside edge. See how far ahead you can take that left foot and still keep that long line. Bend the knee for a deeper stretch. And then we'll go toe in, heel out, lunge. Get that nice stretch. Bend the knees. Beautiful. Bring that up. All right, we are back in the chair again. I think you're gonna wanna have the ball behind you for support. You're gonna bring your hands underneath you, not, shoulders up in the air, but just a little bit of support. Abs in, grow tall, right leg up, hold, drop it down. Left leg up, hold. Don't need your hands, that's okay. As you lift, you want to be aware that your abs are starting to work. Last time each leg. Okay, that's your first option. Second option, I don't want this to look ugly, so you have to play with where your hips are in the chair. Obviously, I have to move forward. If it gets tough, you can put your hands behind you. You're going to squeeze your knees together and try and lift and hold. Lift and hold. Lift and hold. You play with where you need to be for this, right? Maybe scoot back, maybe scoot forward, but feel your abs working, not just your hip flexors. Try and hold for a second at the top. Do what you need to do with your arms. Give yourself more support so you can use your abs. Hold at the top. Good. Woo. 2 more. Very nice. Hold here, abs in, holding, and bring it down. Wide stretch, round that back the other way. Lift up, open it up, drop over to your left leg, give it a little rotation if you want. Back through center, other way. Beautiful. Come into your chair. We're just going to do a little ab stretch and upper back stretch. You can put the ball between your legs for now. And then all you're looking for, whether you're down here or up here, you're just going to drop the hips, right? Just a nice upper back stretch. So we're not in a plank, right? We're stretching, but now you're going to find that plank. So start to bring yourself into it. So this should be an easier plank than usual because we're in that supported place, right? Upper body is much higher than lower body, so you should feel pretty strong here. And then just come on down. Elbows still in the chair. Knees are on the ground now. We're going to put that ball behind the right leg. Once again, some hamstring love. And then this is a supported neutral spine, right? So I can really relax in that chair, but I don't want to round and I don't want to sag. So find neutral, do wherever you need to do to find your comfortable position, holding onto the back, whatever. And you can lift that leg up. And this time we're going to spiral out to the side. So a true fire hydrant move here. Notice if your left hip is moving to the left. Do your best to keep it straight. And this time you're going to lift that leg and just squeeze. Hold, 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 hold. Ooh, bring that down, shake it out, fall behind the left leg. And once again, do your best to find a fairly neutral spine, so support yourself with your abs. And then that left leg is going to flare to the side, and you're going to do your best not to tip over to your right hip. One more, hold it at the top, give it a good squeeze, and relax. All right, you can actually sit on that ball for a second to get a good hamstring stretch. So I know this is wobbly, but it'll help us get a stretch. Extend that right leg, sit up tall on the ball and then roll forward. So you don't want to see any of the ball. Roll forward and then bring your hands down to support. Hopefully you already feel some hamstring stretch. If you need more, hinge forward. Use your hands to help you grow tall and then hinge. Pull your toes back. And then sit up nice and tall. Right knee bends, left leg off to the side a little bit. Use your hands to support, grow tall, and then hinge forward without tucking and rounding. Big tall spine, long tall spine. Beautiful. Bring that back. We're gonna roll forward and let that ball come between our shoulder blades. And put our feet up in the chair here. Ah, so comfy. Hands simply support your head. Little tuck of the chin, back of the neck is long. Deep breath in. Exhale, flatten those ribs against the wall to lift 1 inch higher. And then on the inhale, allow your upper body to come up and over that ball, but keep the chin tucked. Exhale to close. Inhale to go up and over. So this is option 1. If your neck's uncomfortable, you can support by crisscrossing and supporting the back of the head this way. Elbows are right by my ears. Or I could create more challenge by creating that longer lever, biceps cradle my head. And then finally, if I'm looking for a little more excitement, I'm going to lift one leg up when I come up. Think about that exercise we did in the chair, how we lifted a leg at a time. And if you really want some excitement, lift both legs as you come up, but don't forget the up and over part, right? Last few. On the last one, can you hold it? And relax. Woo. All right. We're just going to bring that ball in between the knees. Let your head, neck, and shoulders relax down for a second. Give yourself any attention you feel like your body needs, and then stack those legs tabletop. Back of the neck is long. We're going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders up and support them. We're going to extend those legs and reach the arms. We're going to support, bend, crunch, extend, support, bend, crunch, and reach, and lift. So it's a little bit like a double leg stretch, but with a little extra love and challenge as we come in and then extend out, come in and extend out. Just 4 more, please. And relax, hug those knees in, take a little rock side to side. I had thought about doing a chair plank, but we'll use the ball instead. It's probably worse anyway. We'll see if we have time for the chair plank later. All right, so you won't need your chair. We're going to start with our side plank. Elbow underneath your shoulder, facing me. And then, of course, you want to protect the shoulder by pushing it back, press it away, use the lats, create space between your ears and shoulders. You know you have options to be on the sides of your thighs with toes in the air, top leg in front of the bottom one, both legs straight, or legs stacked and both legs off the ground. Ball goes right where it'll support you. You're going to give it a little nudge and lift, nudge and lift, nudge and lift. So it's like a pet, right? A pet ball. Don't squish your pet. All right, as always, you can keep going. I'm going to show you the balance option. Bottom foot goes on first, ankle mostly, leaving a lot of space for the arch of my top foot and my whole foot. And then I'm going to come up on that side and up we go. So either try that balance for a few more moments or go back to your lift and lower, not squishing your pet ball. And then as you're ready, you're coming over to the other side, please. And once again, you have those options, sides of the thighs, top leg in front of the bottom one, or sack, and then ball there. Give it a little squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift. Small movement. You shouldn't feel it's in your shoulders. If you do, you may be making that movement a little bit too big. And you're going to keep going with that. At any point you want to move to the balance, feel free. If you know that's not going to happen, just stay with that. Bottom foot on first. Lots of space for the top leg. Crisscrossing in front, and then up we go. We have cat and balance. Woo, all right. I think we're ready. Come back down. Okay. A little bit of extension work. So the ball is going to come out in front of you. You're lying down as always. When we lie down, those legs are long, toes are pointed, kneecaps are lifted, hands on top of the ball. Press down as you inhale. Sorry, as you exhale, squeeze, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, hold. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, lift. As I come up, my tummy comes in, my knees lift. Press down, squeeze back, lift. Press down, squeeze back, lift. Beautiful. Last one, roll it back, stay here, press on the ball, squeeze the shoulders, and relax. All right, pressing back, resting position. It's always really nice when you have the ball, give yourself some extra space to let those hips sit back. You can walk your hands to either side if that would feel good. Then as you come up, that ball goes into the center of your mat and your belly button rests there, shoulders up, back and down, back out of your ears. And then you can either pre-plank by pulling your collarbone and your chest away, being on your knees and your toes and your forearms. You can roll onto the tops of your thighs, or you can tuck those toes and press up in that plank. If you're able to do that, you're gonna see if you can roll that ball forward and back. Very small movement again. Don't want to feel this in your shoulders. And then relax. You can press back or you can windshield wiper your legs. While you rest, I will preview the next one, which is once again a balance. It's a little easier in the forward plank, obviously, because you've got two arms. So you're going to put the tops of your feet, but maybe a little more toward the ankles than the toes. And then you can do that pre-plank. Well, actually, not if the ball's there. You're going to come on up. And then if you want, you tuck your head, you look at your legs, you roll up into a little pike, and then you plank it right back. You tuck and curl and roll up. And if you're doing that, try 5 pike plank combos, please. And that will be our last. If you are holding the plank, you have just about 10 more seconds. Wouldn't it be funny if I froze right then? All right, come on down if you're ready. Okay, nice little stretch time. Come on down, bring that ball behind your right leg. Give it a hug in. Move it over to the right and give it a little circle both ways. And then bring it into that right shoulder. Flex through that foot, point it, rotate side to side and circle. Both ways. You're going to come on back, lift your head up, slide that left leg out, flex through that, extend that right leg up, and bring yourself up by bending your elbows, nose and knee close together. Point and flex a couple times. Movement through that ankle. And then bring it down. You can let that ball rest behind you for a second. Lower that right leg. Ooh, hopefully it feels a little more open. Then we're going to cross that right ankle over the left thigh. Pivot that leg open. And then as you come up, you can go ahead and put that ball behind the left leg and squeeze it in. You could use your left hand to give some movement through those right toes and foot. It is right there. And then pull it across, all the way across. Hug that left knee in, everything nice and close together. You can begin to move those hips to the left, and you can stay there or full twist. And then when you're ready, come back through center and the left leg is exactly how we want it, that ball is there, you're gonna draw some circles on the ceiling again. Hug it in. Back through center, lift yourself up, straighten out the right leg, flex through the heel, lift that left leg up. All the way up, I forgot to point and flex when we were down, so we get to do that now. Circle at the ankle. Bend the elbows, lift yourself tall, tall, tall. Bring that ball behind you, lower that leg, take a break. And then as you're ready, left ankle crosses over your right thigh, pivot, open. Drag it in, thread your needle. You can put the ball back there if you want, don't have to. Hug it in. You can use your right hand to manipulate those left toes if that would feel good. And then crisscross all the way. A nice little tuck. And then let it drop to one side, to the right, or all the way over, little stretch, or all the way over. When you're ready, you're gonna meet me on your knees and your hands are in the chair, if that's okay with you. So we're gonna come forward in that cow and roll back in that cat, supported with that chair. If you don't like that, if you don't feel like you get enough movement, you can bring your hands back down. You could lower them if you have rungs on the chair. You just play with that. And then as you're ready, however you want to, make yourself up, or bring yourself up. Elbows go in the chair, press those legs back, and walk out those heels. And then walk it up. Stretch it back, let your head hang. And then hands come out of the chair, roll cat. Inhale cow. And we have our curtsies. My assistant and I thank you.